Hi, Mr. Hagi. Nice to meet you. I'm Marilena. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. So, shall we start with the interview?
Yes.
I want you to tell us a bit more about where you are from and how you began your coaching career.
I'm from Spain, from a small village called Sotillo de la Drada in Ávila, very in the center of Spain. Yeah, and I was always very passionate about football. I played football myself, but I very soon realized that I wasn't gonna get to the top level by being a footballer, and decided to study and become the best coach I could. And that's what I did. When I went to university, did my sports science degree, and then I started the coaching licenses as well. And yeah, at some point, things in Spain were a little bit difficult. We moved to England, and it was a very good step in my career. I spent 10 years in England, and that's where I became a professional football coach, and that's where all started.
So you used to be a football player?
Yeah, I did. I played at regional level, and when I was in the academy, I played a decent level. But yeah, I decided to become a football coach because I thought that was going to get me to the top level, and that's where I am at the moment.
Perfect. Very nice. What characteristics and assets set you apart from other coaches, and how will you use your skills to help Anorthosis rise again?
Well, it's always difficult to talk about yourself, but I'm a very diligent person. I'm very rational. I wasn't always the best kid when I was growing up because I struggled to do things that didn't make sense to me. So now what I try to do as a football coach is to try to reason everything that we do, and what set us apart is that we are a very proactive type of people. We want um, uh, to become the team and the type of players and staff that we have around, where we want to make things happen and not wait for something to happen. So what will set us apart and what people will understand when they start to get to know me is that I'm very intense. I'm very passionate about everything that we do every day. It's not always easy to keep up, but that's something that for sure is something that set us apart. And then in football wise, we approach football in a very in a way that we want to be very flexible, that we want to be very energetic, and that will show for sure on the pitch.
Perfect. I think this is what Anorthoses needs right now. What made you want to join Anorthosis, and how much do you know about our team, its history, and the fans?
For us, we had a very good season last season in Indonesia, and we had a few different options. But when Anόρθωσις came, is such an historic and unique football club because of everything that involves. Football for Anόρθωσις it means more than football. It's not only what we do on the pitch, but what the club want to represent, and the history that carries is something that for sure attracted us. And then of course a new project to rebuild the club, to get the club to what it deserves and what the fans want Anorthosis to be. It was such an exciting project that for sure it was very difficult to turn down. And then the more that we've studied, the few days that I visited the club at the beginning of June, it just made you realize how big the club is and what it means to everyone. You know, straight away when I got into the hotel, all the people in the hotel were Anόρθωσις fans, and they were very keen to exchange a few words and to tell me what it means to them, and the more and more that you get to know everything around the club is such a wonderful experience that we're going to have, and I think that we are the right people, the people that have moved around the offices, the new board, the new steps that we put in along the way. I think is gonna be something that we're gonna feel very proud to be part of.
Yeah. So knowing all the history of Anόρθωσις, do you think that what you're going to do for us is something very challenging for you?
I think it's not only me. It's the people that are behind the scenes from every department. The new director of football, the new board. What they want is to establish a pathway to build a solid base in the club, and I think for us in our part is to lead it on the pitch, to make sure that the group of people that we bringing in are all people that want to do something more in their career, that want to progress at a good age when we start seeing the players that are going to be coming in, and for all of us to be working together to make sure that everyone, the community around, that they feel proud of what they see every day when they come to see us, because for them, when they get together, is an important part of the week, and I think it's something that we can do all together, and little by little put the club back where it's always been, and where the community deserves to be.
Yeah, we have always been proud of Anorthosis, even what happened. So don't worry about that. What are your goals, ambitions, and priorities for this season as a coach, and for the team in general?
What we want to be is to be a different club. I think we are a different club, a different set of fans to everyone else in the country, and we want to translate that and those values into the pitch. What we want to do is to make sure that when people come to see us on the pitch, that they see those values transfer into what we are doing in the pitch. And as I said before, we want to be a very proactive team, and doesn't matter who we're playing against. We want to make sure that things are happening, and we're gonna set the basis for that, to have a team that everyone feel proud of, and we are gonna be doing that by little by little, gelling all the new players that are coming in, all the new stuff, and that they see that we are putting a lot of effort, a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure that we are successful on the pitch. Then how that transfer into results is always difficult to judge, especially now from at the beginning. But what we will try to do is to detach ourselves a little bit of the results and the process and the vision that we have for the club for the next few years, that always stays present, and that we do our little bit every day to make sure that we're getting closer to that, and the faster and the quicker that we can get into those standards and that way of working, I think it will get us closer to our fans, our community, and to enjoy ourselves, that we have a season, a first season together that we will remember for many years to come.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, actually. How would you describe the style of play you plan to bring to Anόρθωσις?
we what we do is for many years now that I've been very fortunate to be assisting to many great managers with great experiences, with different styles of play, and from many years I knew that I wanted to be a head coach. I always had my notes and what the vision for my team in the future was going to be, and what we've done is we um, we send and transfer that vision that we have in 5 pillars, and those 5 pillars are very important to us, and we always keep it as a way of giving feedback and evaluating how we play. And they are very simple pillars, but pillars that make the players and the people around the football club feel something. And they are we want to be a horrible team to play against. That we all feel that we are like warriors when we go into the football pitch, that we fight, that we sometimes cross where the line is. Sometimes we might cross it a little bit because we want to be a very, very high pressing team, that we want to try to get the ball as soon as possible. The second pillar is about being dominant, that all the attacking part and our attacking structures and systems allow us for me, sometimes say to the players that for me football is simple. If you're attacking more than the opponent, then you have more possibilities to win, and that's for sure one of the biggest more important pillars that we have. And then we have the third pillar, that is to be relentless. That is a lot to do with the decisions that we make about when things go our way or against our way, that when bad things happen, how we react to things, and it's an important pillar that we keep present every day when we working. And then the fourth one is to be ruthless. That's the other 3 pillars normally allow us to be better than the position more often than not. But at the end of the day, you win games by scoring more goals than the opposition. So we invest a lot of time during the week in making sure that we give the players the right tools and the right patterns to make sure that we create as many chances and score as many goals as possible. When especially when the other 3 pillars allow us to be better. And then the last pillar for us is to be a family, to have a place, to have an environment around the training ground, about everything that we do, that we feel that we come into work, that we come into to learn something every day, not only us or them from us, but us from the players and everyone around in the place, and that they feel excited to come to work every day, to spend time together. They're all competing for positions as we all are in life, but that they feel that they come into to work in a group where they enjoy themselves, and they try to reach the best potential and the full potential day by day in the work that we do. So normally that's the way that we summarize the way that we want to play. I know that sounds a little bit generic, but that allows us to have a clear structure, and then we break those pillars into, of course, more detail and more elaborated points and principles and sub-principles, but it's worked really well for us in the last few years, and the players always feel that it's a good way to transfer that vision that we have for the team that we want to be.
What are your systems and strategies to motivate players and coach towards a successful season?
I'm a very direct and honest person, and I try to carry that every day with me, and the players know. So for us, there is no bigger motivation than to play for Anόρθωσις and to carry the colors, the badge everywhere around the country. I think there is no bigger motivation. So one of the first thing that we're going to try to do, of course, players are coming from everywhere around the world, and not everyone is going to have an understanding of what Anorthosis mean to everyone in the community. But our target is that very early everyone understands what they represent, the club that they are in, and that on its own it will be a massive pride and motivation for them to carry on their duties every day. Then for us, it's, as I said before, how we set the environment to be, and that we come into a place of work or of improvement. Doesn't matter if you are 16 or 38. That we all understand that we come in to improve, and we invest a lot of time for the individuals to feel that we are there for them, that we will push them and shout at them and be many times brutally honest with them, but it's because we care about them, because we know that improving individuals and helping them to fulfill their potential is gonna help the team. And when we put all those individuals together and they follow the path that we set the team to be, it's only gonna make us better and stronger as a team and as a football club. So for us, that is very important, and I always say that also a part of all the work that you put in and all the efforts and sacrifices that you make as a professional athlete, it's also very important to enjoy yourself and to enjoy the work that you put every day, and to enjoy the type of football that we wanna put in place. And I think the way that we want to play also motivates the players, because it's a very proactive way of approaching football, and that always helps us to get the best out of the group that we have.
Perfect. How do you manage difficult periods during the season, such as negative results or media pressure?
I got the best job in the world. My job is the best. I fought so hard to get where I am, and to get the role that I always wanted to have. That I enjoy every moment of what I do. So when are good things for us as coaches, sometimes the good things and the good results and the happiness doesn't last very long, because you're always thinking about what comes next, the next game, the next season, the next decision that you have to make. But when things don't go your way, I enjoy them as much as the good moments. So we always say to the players that anything worth having doesn't never comes easy. So we know that when we facing challenges and tough moments, we know that those moments are making us better, and it's gonna help. They are gonna help us along the way. So when we face those type of situations in that way, always makes it a lot easier to keep going, and to make sure that we don't dwell on those moments, and we keep looking forward. And as I said, players in football and football people learn to move on quickly from those moments, and when you learn how to enjoy your job, those moments are part of the job, and you never think too much on it.
Yeah, it's a part of the game, actually.
Yes, it is.
How
There's no pressure. Pressure is my dad, when he used to wake up at 4 in the morning to make sure that he was working 12, 14 hours a day, to bring food into the table. What we do is we such a privileged way of being able to do what we love, and and get paid for it. Not many people can say that in life. So we got to enjoy every moment.
Yes, I like this perspective actually. How important for you is it to promote young players from the academy, and how do you intend to develop them as part of the team?
For me, when it comes to age, as I said before, I don't really care how old you are. I'm still very young for the job that I do. I've been I think for the last 6 years, I've been the youngest head coach in the league, and people keep reminding me. But for me, age doesn't matter. When you are part of our group, whether you are staff or players, you know your role, and when you're competing for positions, if you are better than the one next to you, it doesn't matter if you are 17 or you are 38. It is important to promote them and to give them the opportunities that they deserve when they deserve them. But it's also important if you have people that they're not only young and they from the club and the academy, but they are from the community and they understand what Anorthosis mean to everyone. I've had the opportunity to speak to a few of the players in the last few weeks, and we have a few young, very talented football players that I think they're going to be important in our project. But not only that, is that the way that they feel about the football club and what it represents is a lot more. So if we can have a few of them on the pitch and feeling important, I think it brings a massive boost to everyone around the city, around the stadium, for them and the families, because so some of them are very long. There's a few generations in the families that the fathers and the parents and the grandparents have been fans of the club, and I think when those players are on the pitch, it feels a lot more for everyone around the place.
Yeah, that's actually Anorthosis. Our parents and our grandparents used to be with Anorthosis, and now we are. And this actually, we can see this to our younger players. They are very passionate for that reason, for the history and for the family.
And they are for sure going to help us not only on the pitch, but transferring those values and what it means to everyone, the football club, to the players that are coming from abroad. That of course is more difficult for them to understand because they haven't experienced it yet. But I think those players, they not only the young players, but the players that have been at the club for a very long time, and the captains are going to help us to transfer that value, those values to the players that are coming from abroad.
Yeah. What do you think defines you as a person to have the strength to carry the weight of such a historical team through this rough season and into the good times?
It's one of those pillars that I was mentioning before. I'm relentless. When I put my head into something, I go to make it work, and it doesn't matter to me if it takes me 2 hours or 14 hours a day. I'm gonna get it done. So for the fans that don't know me yet, they will understand very quickly the type of person that I am. I'm gonna care about everything that involves everything around the club. I'm gonna be very strong-minded in the way that we do things, and for sure we are gonna make this work one way or another. So I don't know how long it will take, but we'll get it right at some point, and we will make sure that we can enjoy that season that we all hoping and expecting for.
And the last question, what do you do to relax away from the pitch? And do you have any new hobbies or unusual skills?
I don't have many skills. Don't have many skills. I put everything into the football, but for me, I work long hours, and there is no many moments where you can relax in the job that we do. But for sure, what I like to do is that when I leave the training ground, the office, I want to make sure that everything is got done, that everything that I had to do, it has been done, and then when I get home, it's time for my family. My kids normally are the ones that take me a little bit away from thinking on football. That you don't stop thinking very often in our job, but mostly with them. Spend time with them, and then of course sometime in the day. Now that we're getting into an age, we're getting a little bit older. It's important to keep in shape, and running for me is the other thing apart from my kids that take me a little bit away, and your mind off some things and give you a little bit of time on your own, not talking to anyone. That is what we do most of the day, or anyone bothering you when you are out there running. You're on your own and with your thoughts, and it's something that works for me very well.
Perfect. So I think talking to you and seeing your mindset and the way that you face difficulties and the players and all the psychological factors, I think that you will be a very, very good coach for our team.
Thank you very much.
Be a part of our family, and Anόρθωσις will see what I've seen right now to you.
Thank you very much, and I hope to meet you all very very soon. I think we will be seeing each other on the 13th of July.
See you all there.